It's time for Foxxhole Roulette, right here on the Foxxhole, Sirius 106, XM 149. Who's on the air this week? Lewis Dix.
Good day to all the Foxxhole listeners out there. I'm Lewis Dix, and I want to welcome you all to On Daddy's Watch. It's a show about the toughest job on earth that a man could have, being a dad. There are good ones, bad ones, drunken ones, and the ones that the government is looking for. Which kind of dad are you? The number to call is 1-877-2-106-106. 1-877-2-106-106. Give us a call on Daddy's Watch with Lewis Dix, Foxxhole 106 149 XM. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for listening. Here we go. Yes. Welcome back to the Foxxhole 106 149 XM on Daddy's Watch is the show that you're listening to. I'm Lewis Dix. Now, 81% of men, whether or not they're fathers, believe that watching children growing up is life's greatest joy. And I have to say I agree. The most important thing to me is to be the best father I can be. Now, my dad, Lewis Dix Sr., has been in my corner ever since I tried to almost burn down our house because I was trying to burn my sister's white Barbie dolls to make them look brown like our family. So, of course, my dad could have whooped my behind, but he gave me a pass. And I think that was the first time I decided that, hey, he's a father. Wow. My son was 9 pounds, 4 ounces, 20 inches long. My daughter was 8 pounds, 4 ounces, 21 inches long. Yeah, I had a great night. And as Will Smith said in the song, he was nervous, unsure of what to do with this new life he had, that he had to love, educate. I'm only 216 months and 192 months into my being a dad. And I'm telling you, it's a journey. The numbers to call is 877-2-106-106. That's 1-877-2-106-106. Now, I want to start off, before you call in, with the very first father whose kids didn't listen to him and disobeyed him. All right? Now, keep in mind, we all do not get a manual with this, and neither did he. You all remember the Garden of Eden? When the kid was walking around, first thing he heard the father say is, "Where are you?" And the kid said, "I heard the sound of you walking in the garden, so I hid. I was afraid because I was naked." And, of course, the father said, "Who told you you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree whose fruit I commanded you not to eat?" And the child replied, "It was the woman who gave me that fruit, and I ate it." And, of course, the father turned around, looked at the girl, and said, "What have you done?" And the girl said, "The serpent deceived me, that's why I ate it." And I'm sure right at that moment, the father looked at those two people he created and shook his head and said he could not believe how dumb these people were. Welcome to being a dad. I'm going to start with the beginning. When you first found out you were going to be a dad, what was your reaction? Was it positive or negative? And who was the first person you told? And did you want a boy or girl? Give me a call. 1-877-2-106-106 is the number to call. And I'm looking forward to your first caller up from Cali, Jesse. How you doing, Jesse? And thank you so much for listening.
I'm doing great. I'm doing real great.
So, Jesse, you're a parent, right? Father?
Yes, I am. I'm a father of a little boy.
Little boy, how old?
4 years old.
4 years old. Now, what was your reaction when you first were told by your wife?
I'm not married.
Okay, but your baby's mama then.
My baby's mama, when she told me, I was excited. I was real excited.
Okay. Now, are you married to her? Are you married yet?
No, I'm not. I'm not. We kind of had to separate due to conflicts of interest.
Fair enough. Now, you are definitely present, though, right?
Present in my son's life. I actually have full custody.
Oh, cool. Now, let me ask you a question. Did you think that the mother of your child was going to be a good mom or a bad mom?
50-50.
Yeah.
She has past history. She has 2 other kids, which she lost custody of. I kind of hope that with our child it would have been different. Apparently it wasn't.
Well, you know what, Jesse? The fact of the matter is that you're present, you're taking care of your daughter, and I'm so glad and happy for you. And let me ask you a question.
It's a son. I have a son.
A son, I'm sorry. What was your son is how old?
4 years old.
4 years old. Now, I want to ask you a question. I read something today about, I don't know if you heard the story, a 4-year-old boy who wanted to wear a pink dress to school. The parents of the boy allowed Sam to wear the dress to school. Would you?
A pink dress to school?
Yes.
I probably wouldn't if he felt that if it was his choice to wear it, like, if it made him complete, then I might have, you know.
Well, it's good for you, Jesse. Listen, I want to thank you for taking the time to call out. Keep listening, man. On Daddy's Watch, I'm Lewis Dix. Jesse, thank you so much, man. Out. Next up, what say you, DJ in Texas?
What's up, Mr. Dix?
Hey, DJ, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, thank you. I just wanted to kind of touch on what you said.
Okay.
Me myself, I have two sons. I have a 4-year-old and I have a 6-month-old son.
Okay.
And I love spending every second that I can with them. It's a joy. I just love it to death. But at the same time, it can also be a pain itself because my baby mothers, they both have me on child support, right?
Mm-hmm.
I make $2,000 each month, right? That's my set income. One of them gets $450, and the other one gets $660 a month. So the state of Texas, they take 50% of what you make. So they actually take half of my check, and they don't leave me money to even pay bills, pay my rent, or to even take my sons out places when I actually get to spend time with them. And then too, since they do take 50%, and that still does not cover the almost $1,200 that they make me pay, they add $200 each month onto back pay. And on my 4-year-old, he's at $28,000 worth of back pay already, and they're charging me 6% interest each year on that back pay. And on top of that, I'm paying all this money, and I only get to see my children 4 days each month.
Wow.
And I just feel that the system is wrong. It's a messed up situation, and you shouldn't be able to put a father on child support just because your relationship didn't work out. But at the same time, I do love my children, and if it comes to me having to pay 50% of my check each month just to see them for those 96 hours, then so be it.
Yeah,
so
you know what? It goes back to that song, man. It's cheaper to keep her. And I exactly feel what you're saying because the bottom line is child support is something that they demand us to have. And you know what? You just got to keep – the one reason I wanted to do this kind of show so brothers like you and fathers like you could have a voice. That was necessary for you to get out. And I know because things I have to get out. So thank you so much, DJ. And you know what? Hang in there, and I'm on Daddy's Watch with you. I sound like Zoe, didn't I? I'm on Daddy's Watch with you. Hey, Cedric from Tennessee, man. What say you?
Hey, what's going on? What's up, man?
How you doing, Cedric?
Man, I just want to say, man, I'm a truck driver, right? And being a truck driver, man, gotta be the worst job you can have, man, when you're a parent, man, because you miss out on everything that your child do that you want to see. Like me, you only get a chance to see my kids maybe 10 to 12 times a year. I mean, but it's all I know how to do, and drive trucks. You know what I mean?
I got you. Well, let me ask you a question, Cedric. Do you write them, email them, call them on the phone?
I mean, you do all of that though, but I do all of that, and take pictures and with the phones, and I can send videos and stuff. But it's just a different feeling when you can hold them in your hand. Look them in your, when you. Oh,
totally. Well, you know what? I think that the fact that you're concerned about it and it's on your mind means that you're going to make it get better. You're going to get better at it. And I would say just one of the things I do is I have a ritual where I make sure that every morning I call my kids and I say good morning. In the afternoon I say have a great day, and they expect it. So just make sure you begin a pattern, and I'm sure, trust me, man, those kids know that you're working hard to keep the world going around. So stay strong, Cedric, and thank you for listening on Daddy's Watch.
All right, for sure.
Hey, listen, guys, Dez, what say you, Dez? Desi? Dez from Texas. Well, you know what? Wait, first of all, congratulations, Texas, for going to the World Series. Dez, I thought that we would be.
I'm from California, so I'm rooting for the Giants, brother.
Well, then I'm really pissed at you because if they beat the Phillies. But no. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Dez, thank you for calling. What say you?
You know something, man? So I heard a couple of the guys talk earlier, and I want to touch base on the child support thing, man.
Okay.
I'm still married, but if my wife was to divorce me right now and I had to live in a cardboard box She can take 90% of my paycheck. I don't care. When you have a kid, you are gone. They are everything. So the truck driver you talked to a minute ago, he had it right. He's giving his everything for his kids, and when he's dead and gone, his kids are going to know it. At no point do you need to complain about how much money you're paying for your child support, and how much money you don't have for yourself. Get a smaller place. Catch a bus. Don't drive a car. Give your kids everything.
Well, you know what, hey, Des, I totally agree with you. Some people feel different. Some people feel that they're going to live their life. My dad had a philosophy.
Then don't have kids.
Hey, you know what? I totally agree. But, you know, there's always a middle ground, which I used to be absolute too. And the bottom line is first kids are first. And I agree with you. My dad felt that he needed to get his life together first before he could actually help me. I agree with you. If I have to be broke, I'm in a 95 Corolla. Bottom line is my kids, when they're done, they're going to know that I was present. So thank you very much, Des, and you keep getting on. Right now, guys, we're going to take a break. We'll be back, and you're listening to On Daddy's Watch. The number is 1-877-2-106-106, and we're out. We'll be right back. Thanks. One of the funniest men in America. Hey, America's dad. Listen, the number is 1-877-2-106-106. Oh, Bill Cosby, of course, America's dad. Oh, some of them thought one of America's dads did pass. That was Tom Bosley. So we're thinking of America's dad for me, which is Dr. Bill Cosby, who everyone loves. That's who you just heard. 1-877-2-106-106 is the number to call. 81%. When I first became a dad, I realized that and found out that almost 1 in 5 children ages birth to 5, 18% of them had their fathers as their primary caregivers while their mothers were working, attending school, or looking for work. So, and also the fathers of over 1 million children in the U.S. are in prison. Never tell boys don't cry. Ask them why he's crying. That's a better way. Listen, earlier we heard guys, Des, and other people talk about child support, time, and money. When you come right down to it, the most important part for me is actually just to be present. Now, those first 5 years can be a lot of fun as well as a lot of pressure. But getting to the next phase is just as exciting. And those are the phases I call first. The number is 1-877-2-106-106. And I'm looking and I see we got another call out of Mississippi. Peter, what say you, buddy?
Hello?
Hello, Peter. How are you? This is Lewis Dix.
Yeah, man, it's me, man. My first time caller. I'm surprised I got through.
Well, you know what? Hey, thank you so much. This is my first show, and I got through, too.
All right.
So what say you? Your father, how long, and what kind of kid do you have?
Oh, man, look here. I'm 37, man. I'm a truck driver, man, and I got 4. I got 2 18-year-olds, 1 13-year-old, and my wife just had a 4-month-old. So,
wow.
You know, the two things about it with my first kid, man, when I first found out that my girl was pregnant, which was my first love, when I first found out she was pregnant, man, hell, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Shit, I cried, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Wow.
And so, and I told my mom. My mom said, well, you know, son, what's wrong with you? And I was ready to go to school. And shit, and she was like, you know, I told her mom that I made something I can't take care of. And I started made a baby. And my mom told me, man, she said, well, son, we're going to do what we can to help you. I appreciate what you said, but that word we can, it didn't stick with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I want to be a better father to my kid than when I didn't be my dad till I was 17. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So you know, man, I refuse to be a dad. I refuse to be a dad like that. And, you know, through the course of the time, you know, man, my oldest son, mother, she got pregnant, and she, by 8 months old, she went back to California. And I met this other girl, you know, and she got her pregnant, man. So, you know, in the board down to it, man, both of them got married and all this stuff. I went through a whole lot of trials and tribulations with both of them, man. You know, man, a child support deal. And then, you know, then I married my baby mama's best friend. That's where all the bullshit really came in at then. So
Hold up. Like, you can't just wait. You just can't skip by that. Did you just say you married your baby's mama's best friend?
Yeah.
Okay,
you know,
that's pretty trifling, but okay.
Wait. It's not something to do. I'm gonna tell you why it's not something to do. And I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna tell you why it's not something. When I'm at work busting my ass, and I tell her to bring me something to eat, don't be steady sending your friend to my job. You know what I'm saying, man? And then she's in my car. She's knocking boots some other guy. You know what I'm saying, man? So you know, when I was looking from her, I got it from her friend. You know, it wasn't nothing planned. It wasn't nothing like that. I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so it just naturally happened. Yeah, that I had that experience. It's the opposite side. My ex said it naturally happened. But listen, I'm not going to co-sign that. What I am going to co-sign the fact that you're in your kid's life and you're working hard at that, and I respect that. So thank you so much, and keep working and be careful on that road. Dennis, what say you, man? Hello, Dennis?
Yes.
Yeah, you're talking to Lewis Dix on Daddy's Watch. What say you, man?
Hey, my biggest thing now is just the kids today to separate. It seems that the mother uses that child as a pawn against that father. You know, especially in the black arena. You know, and I think that's awful because later in life, that kid needs to grow up, especially if it's a boy, to be around that father, not just on the weekend, once or twice a month, or once, 3 days a week or whatever. He needs to be with that boy later in the teenage years to learn how to be a man. Even if the mother does a great job teaching him everything she knows, she cannot teach him how to be a man, and that's our role as fathers.
Totally agree with you, Dennis. Are you a father, and how long? And are you in the kid's life?
Yes, I am. I'm in my second marriage. I have 3 sons. With my second wife, but I have a son with my previous wife, and we're in the same role with my son and from my first marriage. You know, she uses him as a pawn for one, and he wants to come stay with me, and I want him to come stay with me. But I'm in the military, and it's hard. But she don't want to let him go. But this is one place that he really needs to be because I feel that she can't teach him what he needs to know to be a man.
No, I totally agree with you. It's definitely a woman has a strong place in a male's life. I mean, really strong place. But then there's definitely a place for a father to be to help send him in the right direction. Thank you so much, Dennis. Keep working hard. Thank you for protecting us in the military. We love and respect that, and your children will learn to do that. Coming up, Showtime from Illinois. We're just in Chi-Town. What's up, Showtime?
Hey, what's going on? Congratulations on the show, man.
Hey, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, I wanted to call and touch up on your on a topic most people are calling about as far as the child support. I don't really have a problem with it until it gets like the last caller was saying, where the woman is kind of using it against the man. I'm a father myself. I have a soon-to-be 4-year-old that lives with her, and me and my wife have a 10-month together. And, I do all I can to be in both of their lives because my father wasn't there completely throughout my youth. And as far as I have 2 sisters, and, it's kind of the same with them with their father. So I do everything I can to be a part of both of their lives, and I'm also a truck driver. But I became a truck driver to provide for my daughter when she was initially born because I just made the choice, step up, be a man, and provide. And I knew in order to provide for myself as well as that child, I needed to, get into a career that was going to provide well. But the problem I have is my daughter's mother is not working now, and she still continues to try to use her against me, as far as, well, she needs this, she needs that. We recently got in an argument. Even now, when you have multiple kids, it reduces child support because they have to consider their other child. And she even had a problem with that. And I initially told her, as far as child support, I don't really completely agree with it when both parents can come to an agreement and are willing to take care of that child.
Hey, I don't want to cut you off, Showtime, but I have to. But one thing I want to say, the one thing I'm feeling from all the brothers and the fathers is that we have feelings too. That we actually want people to hear what we have to say, and that's why I'm doing that show. So thank you so much, Showtime, because I have a special guest on, one of my dear friends. I've known him for over 18 years. He is a father, was married for about 7 years, got divorced for, I think, 10, or married for 10, divorced for 7, and now he's remarried to the same mom. He's one of the funniest comedians in the world. I guess he's the second, because Dr. Bill Cosby's number 1, and he's number 2. Please welcome on the line my boy, Sinbad.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm sitting at rehearsal for my daughter, man. She's 24 now, and she's got an album coming out next month. So we're sitting with the band rehearsing now.
Wow. So, all right, let's start from the beginning, Sinbad. I asked some questions earlier. When you, Sinbad, first found out your lovely wife, Meredith, was pregnant, what was your reaction?
You know, man, I don't think we were ready at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when she got pregnant, I mean, life changed. I mean, I knew my life was going to change without, you know, I had just become a comic. I was just moving to L.A. I had just finished the last episode of Star Search.
Wow.
Yeah, so, man, all of a sudden, it was like, okay, now I got to take care of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you, I had never planned. When I was young, growing up, I didn't think I'd ever get married, ever have kids. I thought I would always work with people. So instantly, I became a father and a husband.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I actually shocked myself how good a parent I became.
Uh-huh.
You know, because I just became. I mean, the husband part, because it takes time to be a husband, man. I didn't know how to be a husband at the time.
Right.
So I became better at it. But I was a great father.
Well, yeah, definitely. I know that, guys, for just people who are just tuning in, I'm talking to Sinbad, and you're listening to Lewis Dix on the show On Daddy's Watch. So thank you so much. Where we're talking about being a father. So, Bad, you have 2 children, a boy and a girl.
Well, I have 3 because I have a 15-year-old daughter too. During that period of time when my wife and I were separated, and I had a daughter.
You mean out of wedlock?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Sinbad.
Yeah, that I pay child support for.
Wow. Okay, well, hold on. Let me go back. I did not know that, Sinbad. Are you serious?
Yeah.
So you popped one out while you were separated?
I was separated, man. And that's, I look at that, and that's the most, I look at it, it's the most unfair thing you can do to a child when you have a child that you are not able to raise. You know,
what was the reaction of your children when they found out?
Well,
was it a boy or girl? Is it a boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Wow.
And I told my children when they were young, and I think it really threw my daughter for a loop because she was my daughter, man, my partner, still my partner.
Right.
You know, and I think it's the first time they see a father as being not perfect.
Got
it was that one, that daddy who's perfect, daddy does everything right, and you saw the fallible side of myself. And for me, I even felt like, you know, I had let them down, that this was not supposed to happen to me, but it happened. But, you know, we made the most of it, and I told my daughter, I said, and you might make mistakes in your life, so I hope you forgive me for this. And we just made the most of it. And I think what bothered my daughter the most is that she was not able to be raised around us and know the advantage of having a father like me. It had nothing to do with money, just who I was. I mean, how I raised my kids.
Oh, so your daughter felt bad for the little girl, for the other daughter?
Yeah.
Wow. And what is your relationship with your 15-year-old like now?
Well, you know, now that she's older, she can fly out here by herself, and she can go places by herself because her mother and I have a non-existent relationship. Child support money goes there. That has nothing to do with my daughter. It raises other kids who are in the household, and other brothers and sisters. And, you know, we have no control over that. And I think it's the only thing that's unfair with the courts. I know the courts set up child support because a lot of mothers were left destitute. But some mothers just abuse the privilege. All I ask is at least let there be accounting for the money. I should be able to tell the court, this is how much I want to go to my daughter. There should be an escrow account where there are certain things that can happen for a child. But, you know, that's a battle I don't think is ever going to change.
Yeah. Hey, Ben, let me ask you a question, because you're, like I said, the top comic. What are some of the funniest things that your kids did or said or lies or that they did?
My daughter. See, my son is smooth. Royce, he's 21 now. He's like, you know, going to school to program video games, and he shoots cameras, director, making music. He's Mr. Smooth, man. He's almost like his mom. He follows the rules books. I'm just trying to show him how to cheat and lie. Whereas my daughter, she's a Scorpio, just like me, born a day, you know, after me.
Uh-huh.
So she's the one. She's like me. She'll jump over a cliff and then think about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah. That's funny. Yeah, it's funny how your boy is like his mom, and your daughter is like you.
But then now he's getting older though. I see the other side of me. He's coming. The other side of me. You know, the other side of me that was before I became a comic. When I was kind of quiet, I didn't fit, and I know what to do. And I see him, the other side, and I see him come out of the shell like I did. So I'm seeing the other side of me too with him.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a quick question, Sam. What kind of dad did you have?
Man, my father's a great father. My dad, I tell people, man, the only reason I am who I am, the only reason I'm not crazy or went in a different direction is not because I'm a great person. It's because I had a great father. And I wish everybody could have a father like mine. I wish all my friends who grew up without a father could have had a father like mine because he made the difference.
Well, what did he do? What was so different about him?
He believed in me, man. He believed in me, but he also set boundaries. He said, man, and he also taught me there's for every choice you make, there's a price you have to pay, you know?
Mm-hmm. Now, your father was a minister, too, right?
Yeah,
Hello?
so, you know, I'm still here. So what happens is, I don't know. I look at him, man. He gave me the whole foundation of what I am.
Wow. Well, you know what, Sinbad? I don't want to keep you long. I know you're doing at rehearsal. Can you, just wrapping you up, where can we see you? Where are you going to be next?
God, I just came off the East Coast. I think I'm in, where am I going this weekend, man? I'm going to Chicago, somewhere. I don't know where I'm going this weekend, man.
All right, look for Sinbad anywhere in the United States and across the broad. Hey, Bad, I can only say thank you so much for what you taking the time out and talk to me. And again, much respect and love to your family. And I'll talk to you later, Sinbad. Thank you.
November 5th, Windsor, Canada.
November 5th, Windsor, Canada. You can see Sinbad. Thank you, Sinbad.
That's right. Cool, man.
Hey, listen, guys, we're going to take a break and we'll be back. You're listening to the Foxxhole 106 149 XM on Daddy's Watch is the show, and I'm Lewis Dix. Gladys Knight and the Pips. Daddy could swear. Oh, my gosh. Foxxhole is what you're listening to, guys. Lewis Dix on Daddy's Watch. The number is 1-877-2-106-106. Quick little note for you guys. Foxxhole will be in Indianapolis this Friday at 6 p.m. at Madame Walker Theater from 6 to 8. Now, who will be there? The Foxxhole crew. Poetess, TDP, myself, Johnny Mac, who else? Oh, Speedy. Sorry, Speedy. And Brandy. We'll all be out there. Check us out this Friday at 6 p.m. at Madame Walker's Theater. Did I say that right? Madame Walker Theater? Because that's the lady with the hair. We'll be there from 6 to 8. Please come on down. And Saturday, we're going to slide right into Cincinnati at Club Aqua from 6 to 8. That's right. The Foxxhole will be on Saturday be in Cincinnati. Club Aqua from 6 to 8. Man, we're so excited. We'll see you guys Friday in Indianapolis and Saturday in Cincinnati. Man, okay, we're back. Now, listen, we're talking about being a father. And evidently, from what we've heard from the fellas and Sinbad, that it's just as important to them as it is to mothers. And we've gone through the years when they were first born, and we try to talk about the times when they were first this and first that. Their first, I remember first day of school for my kid, and I actually cried because he was in kindergarten, and it was his birthday, and they were eating donuts, and I just was overwhelmed because I'm like, is this what fatherhood is going to be like? It was great. And then, of course, we went into those years of 11 to 15. That's when these fools that we created started to believe that you love them so much they can get stupid and forget who's in charge. And people refer to that as the early adolescent years. And that's when a child develops in 4 areas. Physical growth. Boys get facial hair, and people get pubic hair, and girls get those 2 things that dads hate to see grow. And that's breasts. And then the cognitive development happens, the ability to think, learn, reason. That's why you always say to your kid, what were you thinking? And then, of course, the emotional and social development when kids feel the urge to be independent from their families. That's when they want to go away and hang out with their friends. And, of course, sensory and motor development. A little awkward and clumsy. That's when their body hasn't met their brain. So, on Daddy's Watch, the number is 1-877-2-106-106. On the phone from Ohio, Robert, what say you?
Yeah, what's happening to everybody? What's going on?
What's up, Robert? How are you? Are you a father?
Yes, father of 3.
Mm-hmm.
21, 21, 20, and 17.
All from the same mom?
All from the same mom. I was married to their mom for 7 years, got divorced, and but I still keep my kids' life, and I just went and see my kids this past weekend. I'm a trucker, and I was hearing about the other trucker. You know, it is kind of hard, you know, when you're out here trying to make the world go around, you know, so you do miss out on a whole lot of things, you know, because my daughter, she plays basketball, and she's real good, and, you know, and I haven't got a chance to see her play basketball, but, you know, she know, you know, I'm there with her in spirit and everything, so, you know, I try to, you know, talk to my kids and everything, but the child support, you know, you're right, you know, the child support is kind of messed up because, for one, you know, I see, you know, you go out here, you work hard, you give your money to the woman, and the woman, she looking fancy, but the kid looking a mess, you know. And there should be some kind of boundaries on how much you just, you know, how much you put to spend on herself. Yeah, I understand they got to have clothes and house, you know, food and water and stuff like that. But, you know.
I got you. No, you're absolutely right. But, Robert, I don't want to cut you off, but I want to tell you something. Let me ask you a question. I hear a lot of truckers calling, and you say you have to miss stuff, and I understand that to keep the world going around. But what won't you miss that your child has to do? Tell me what you're going to make time to see. A game, a graduation. What won't you miss that you've decided when that comes up, I'm going to be there?
Graduation. Big graduation.
All right. Well, that's a start, man. Be there. Thank you, Robert, so much for being present. We have a caller from Cali. This caller is pretty special because that's my main man, Lewis Dix, Sr. What's up, Dad?
What's up there? How you doing? The show sounds good, partner.
All right, let's just get down to the nitty-gritty.
All right, the nitty-gritty is like I was listening to the callers, and the callers are right. And I have a little experience in raising kids, and my first thing to say is that you have to spend time with your children. Whether you're separated, divorced, doesn't make any difference. You got to put that time in them. Because then when you don't put that time with them and bond with them to a certain degree, then that's why they end up in jail doing drugs and so forth, because you weren't there to do that. And now it doesn't make any difference. You always can find time for your kids if you're 3,000 miles away, because they got phones and you can write and do the other thing. And now, the idea is you were talking about child support and everything.
Yeah.
Well, if you decide you're giving child support, a lot of times the money don't go to the children. We know that. It goes to the wife that may not be a good mother and might have a friend that's getting part of the money that you send. But then you have to get the receipts and you have to put the money directly on the children.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you. You're about to turn 70. And
you got to tell everybody that every time.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody that because you're proud of it. You're a strong 70. You're not a raggedy 70. If you were raggedy 70, I wouldn't put it out there.
Okay,
but
I go for that.
You're a strong 70. But I wanted to ask you what. I was your son. I mean, I am your son. I was your son. I am your son. What were some of the challenges you had with me?
Well, you know, raising you in the city so rough for you, because there's a lot of peer pressure there, If you got streets and gangs, and this and that, and plus you had, had 3 other siblings. So that was a hard thing coming up in Philly, to try to keep, the girls from having babies and keep the
you kept us from
them.
that. Yeah, you kept us from having babies.
Had to make sure, that, you went to school, how many times I had to go up to the school, but, the teachers knew where I was at. Yeah.
You whipped me in front of the class one time. I'll never forget that.
Right, so all that was important, and then, at some point in your life, we were estranged, but still I was there for that. You have to put the time in, and for you, the challenge with this here is that, like when you went to school, you were blessed that you were a little quick, but then your behavior got you in a lot of trouble, like the time when I told you about your bike, and I told you don't take the bike outside.
I remember that. Yeah, you told me not to take the bike outside. I took it around the corner, and sure enough, 2 dudes came up and said, "Get off the bike and give it to me." And me being the son that was told, always do what you're told, I gave it to them. And they drove off, and I had to come back around the house and tell you what happened to my bike. So
you never had another bike.
I never had another bike. Listen, Dad, I'm going to let you go, and I want to tell you, you know how much I love you, and you know how important you are in my life still. And keep always thank you for keep having my back, Dad. I love you. Talk to you later.
All
right. Out of Jersey, P. Brown. What's up, P? Hello? P. Brown. P. Brown.
Yo, go ahead. I'm here.
All right. Hey, well, you call me, P. What you want to say? I can talk to you.
Okay,
are you a dad?
I'm here, man. I wanted to touch base with you, Lou. It's good to hear a serious topic from you guys tonight.
Hello? He dropped. Oh, sorry, P, man. You know what? Just on P's. thank you so much, P, for that. He says he wanted to hear some, nice to hear some good, solid stuff. Being a father is funny, challenging. It can be whatever. But you know what? You just got to keep going, man. But also I want to talk about, like, those years when kids get to that point where you have to, their body parts are growing. Like, my beautiful daughter is 16. Her and I have this conversation all the time. As far as our conversation, she's been dating. I've chaperoned her dates. And she has a nice little young boyfriend, and she's a junior and he's a senior. And I took him for a walk when I first met him and explained to him my rules. And he's been following them. And when they're going to be a little late from a date or movie, they call. And I still believe that my daughter is still pure. So right now, L.A., Kevin, where are you? What say you, Kevin?
I'm from Louisiana.
Louisiana. Oh, I'm sorry. Louisiana. Okay. Sorry about that, bro.
But what I was talking about, like my kids, they always throw in my face I wasn't there. But, you know what I mean, because their mother, like, gave them away. Like, I came home from work one day, they was just gone, right?
Yes.
Didn't ask me anything or nothing. Just give it to her grandma and say she was too young to raise kids. But even though she do brag on me nowadays, on telling her daughter that we ain't had to help her out with, you know, with bringing baby clothes to the doctors and stuff like that to the hospital for her, because old man don't do anything for her, right? But they hold a grudge against me because I wasn't a part of their life because their mother kept me out of their life. Like I said, they use it too. Like your father called and said you got to give receipts and stuff. They told me that was gifts.
Yeah, but you know, Kevin, I feel you, and that's one of the reasons why I think the show is so important, because fathers have feelings too. But the one thing I can truly tell you, kids know who loves them. They know it. They feel it, and it might not come to you now, but it's going to come later on. When those kids are going to look at you and say, man, I know those wasn't gifts. I was just – because a lot of kids feel that dad is stronger, and the weaker one is mom. So what happens is they actually in their brain compensate to protect mom, because they feel dad can defend themselves. And that's just how they think. So, Kev, I'm in your corner. I'm on daddy's watch. Keep going forward, bro. We'll handle this. You're listening to Foxxhole 106, 149. Now, guys, 1-877-210-610 is the number. Challenge. Talk to me. What say you, bet?
Lewis Dix. Hey, man, I got to say this first of all. Man, every time you talk, when I hear you with the Foxxhole,
yes.
I'm always listening to you. I hear people clowning you sometimes, but you always say real stuff. You say stuff that's about family, and as far as I'm concerned, that's the realest stuff you can talk about. You know, but I want to say this: while you have this forum, you should make it a point to talk to women that try to have children with guys that's not trying to have kids with them. You know, or a guy that's not in a serious relationship with them.
I got it, Challenge. Yeah, I'll actually put that together. You know, I'll put that together. But
I wish they would give you your show so you can do this on a regular basis, because these are the type of things that women need to know and guys need to understand when they try to choose a woman.
Got it. You know what? I agree with you. And hopefully the crew in charge will agree with you, too. Challenge, keep listening. Thank you so much. I got to go because I have a special caller on the line, and she is the most important woman in my life, young lady in my life, because she's my daughter. Peyton, how you doing, baby?
Hi, I'm good.
I know. It sounds so weird, huh?
I know.
I know. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to Lewis Dix on the Foxxhole on Daddy's Watch, 1-877-210-610. And on the line, I have a young lady, my daughter, Peyton Lindsay Dix. How are you, P?
I'm good.
Yeah, okay. I'm nervous, too. This is so silly.
No, it's fun.
I'm your dad, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
What kind of dad am I? You tell me.
Should I just say adjectives, or do you want me to?
I want the truth.
Go on.
You know I like the truth.
You're a great dad. You're one of the best. We have our.
Am I strict?
You used to be more strict, I think.
And I've loosened up.
Yeah.
Am I more strict on you or your brother?
I think you're more strict on Lewis than you are for me.
Right. Do you remember those times when you went to those bar mitzvahs and I would come in the party and get you?
Yeah, I sure remember that.
Tell me a couple embarrassing things that I did that made you say, "What is wrong with you, fool?"
Gave my boyfriend the book and the picture of me. that was funny though. And
oh yeah.
But that was kind of funny, but also very weird. What other things have you done? Let's see. The bar mitzvah thing, that was kind of embarrassing too.
Yeah. Okay, now I come up to your school a lot. Do I embarrass you because I'm always on campus?
No, because you bring me food, and I like that.
And your friends like me?
Yeah, my friends love you.
Okay, let me tell them the story about...
Oh, and you talk about my friends' ex-boyfriends to them.
Yes.
Like, how's Grant to Edith?
That's right, I do. It's important. But I wanted to say, for those of you, this is what I do with my daughter. Ever since she's like little boys, I always take them for a walk. And I explain to them my rules. And she does not like that. So the last boyfriend who we think might be a keeper, first of all, I'm so happy that you met me halfway, that he's brown. Thank you. Then I took him for a walk, and Peyton was petrified. She went in the house, and I was standing outside when the kid turned around. I told him he drove too fast. That was the first thing, but I said I was kidding. And I gave him a book and autographed it and said, don't be nervous for our first meeting. And it was a book because he wants to be a writer. And I gave him a funny picture of you. And then I had you go in the house, and then I talked to him about our rules. And he has followed them to the T. And every time you guys go out, he calls when you're going to be late. And I love you for that, Peyton. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Now, I know you're at dinner right now with Nick and his family. Oh, I put his name out there. So mad. Okay.
Yep.
So
cool.
tell him I said hello, and his parents I said hello, and I love you, Peyton, okay? I love you very much, sweetheart. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
I mean, tonight. Sorry, I'm sure. I'm acting like I'm not going home. Well, see, this is what happens. Every parent out there, dad out there, you can feel my giddiness from being a dad because I don't care what you say. You have to keep in mind that the one thing about your daughter is she will accept the fact that she will melt your heart anytime she chooses and never, ever make fun of her physical appearance. It's just not cool. Hey, listen, guys, we're going to go away and come back. Unless I got another caller. Oh, wow, cool. I want to thank all of you for taking the time to call. I'm so excited that you all called. Curtis, what say you, Bet?
Well, I just wanted to call and say I have twin daughters, 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And being a father to me was a complete joy. I mean, I enjoyed every day of it. And the thing that I would say to all the young men that have children is be there for your kids, help them with their homework, watch them, make sure that they're getting, their duties done, and make the best of every moment that you have because the time goes by fast. I mean, they're 24, they're away from home, they're doing their thing, and, I just can't believe it. It's all done.
Wow, Curtis, congratulations. I'm actually after this show, I'm heading home to finish helping my son do his college applications. So much respect to you, Curtis. Thank you so much for calling in. And just a little stat for you guys. 70% of children are less likely to drop out if their dads are present in their life. Woo! Left Lane from North Carolina. What say you?
Yeah, I just want to say, I'm a father, a husband. Me and my wife, when we met, she had 2 kids, and I had one from another woman, and we together made 3. So we got a total of 6. And we also got 6 beautiful grandkids.
Whoa!
And we're in, we make sure that everybody stay positive, academically inclined, and they all been to college. I got a college right now. I got one getting ready to graduate from high school, and I just, I'm proud of all of my children.
Wow.
They're all mine, all of them. Even though 3 of them, 2 of them are from another guy, but they're mine. They all, respect me. I respect them, and we raised them, to be respectable people, lovers of God, and and just take care of business. And one thing I didn't have when I was growing up was a father. I knew my father, but he wasn't in my life.
Right.
And I had a stepfather, and he kind of, was trying to disencourage me in things and, trying to make me, put me down. He kind of took favoritism over my younger brothers and always would say I would, grow up to be nothing. you know, but I've accomplished a whole lot in my lifetime. I'm a truck driver currently, and prior to that, I was a computer programmer.
Well, good for you. You know, Left Lane, you know, good for you, man, because you're a father and a husband. You have the blended family. You're like the Brady Bunch of North Carolina. So good for you. Keep working hard, and you got to make the world go around, so you got to go to work. So listen, guys, you know what? I want to say, what can I say? First of all, I want to thank all of you who took the time to listen. And I also want to thank Jamie Foxx, Marcus King, Guy Black for giving me this opportunity. The lovely poetess who took the time to help me put the show together. I really appreciate it. Bill Kirkwood, my favorite person, Beverly Muse. Thank you for stopping in. 549, thank you. You know, when our children are born, we begin this incredible journey as fathers. We have and of course, of course, without doubt, Sinbad and all the calls. Thank you for calling, Sinbad, and I know you're going to jam it. But as I was saying, guys, when our children are born, we begin this incredible journey as fathers. I mean, we have this infinite dreams of hopes for our kids, teachers, professional athletes, doctors, mothers, fathers, no jail time, don't get pregnant in high school, fall in love, and understand the pain of falling out of love. But more than anything, we wish for our children to be happy. My grandfather would always tell me to store your happiness. And as a father, I now fully understand what he was telling me. I've been storing my happy memories since I got the news that I was going to be a dad. And I have been on daddy's watch ever since. To the fathers out there whose children went before them, my heart goes out to you. I lost one, Sydney. And I love you, Sydney. You were here for 17 days. And that meant the world to us. Take me out, Eric Clapton. Thank you all.